Welcome to the Health Conscious Living Podcast. As we continue to explore lifestyle health habits, in today's episode, we'll look at the trifecta: sleep, hydration, and movement. Is this you? You found your sleep sweet spot, 7 to 8 hours. You wake up rested. You feel rejuvenated after a great night's sleep. And you take some deep breaths and immediately drink a big glass of water because you want to be hydrated out of the starting gate. Once you're up, maybe you exercise for 20 minutes, then eat a nourishing breakfast, and you're powered up for the day. Or you wake up groggy, slow, tired. You feel cotton mouth dry because you drank a couple of beers last night after a stressful day at work. You were too busy to think about drinking water and forget exercising. Who has time for that? You feel achy, a bit cranky, and just plain blah. But you have another day ahead of you, so you rush out the door with a cup of coffee and you're off on your commute. Or you're in the midst of an illness or recovering from an illness or surgery. You need more sleep than usual for your body to heal, but pain and discomfort wake you during the night. Maybe you wake up feeling a different kind of tired, that deep fatigue that makes you need more rest. Maybe you woke thirstier than usual, and just walking to the bathroom is an event. What you eat, drink, your daily movement, sleep, meditation, relaxation, and social connections are your roadmap for overall health and recovery. Sleep, hydration, and movement each are an immense subject. But to simplify it, let's look at an overview and how they work together. Remember, the body's organ systems are interactive and interdependent, so each lifestyle habit helps amplify the benefits of the other. You could say health habits with benefits. Today, we're going to talk about the trifecta: sleep, hydration, and movement, why they're important as a single habit, and how they interact to amplify your physical, mental, and emotional health. Sleep is the body's reset so that it can repair. Since the body is approximately 60% water, water is necessary for the nervous system, the blood and circulatory system, the lung function, along with kidney and lymphatic toxin clearance. Movement keeps the body hydrated through the fascia microtubule or tiny tube system that helps blood flow, oxygenation, and waste removal by supporting the lymphatic system, that secondary circulatory system that removes toxins. Just an overview of how interdependent sleep, hydration, and movement are, and you're not even out of bed yet. Let's start with sleep. Sleep is your superpower. This is when the brain and nervous system and immune system, your heart, lungs, digestive, and musculoskeletal systems repair. While you sleep, the endocrine system makes hormones that have to do with everything from growth hormone for growth and repair to the adrenal glands resetting for energy, making adrenaline and cortisol, and cellular and tissue repair, making cortisone. Melatonin is produced to help you sleep, to reset for a new day. Sleep helps maintain optimum levels of ghrelin and leptin to balance your appetite. Sleep controls insulin and cortisol levels to help maintain blood sugar balance and sets us up to wake up hungry, to eat breakfast, to be energized for the day. While we sleep, the body gets an overhaul like a race car pulling into the pit. The pit crew comes out and rebuilds the car at lightning speed. While you sleep, your brain and body shift from the demands of the day to reset and repair at night, so your body can get a nightly update. The sympathetic nervous system that controls the stress, fight, or flight response and keeps you alert and functioning during the day, sometimes in overdrive, shifts to the parasympathetic nervous system at night to rest, relax, and give you a break from the constant input of the day. During sleep, every night, the brain and nervous system repair. There's a wonderful system in the brain called the glymphatic system that removes toxins that you've built up during the day and clears proteins and toxins like amyloid that build plaques in Alzheimer's disease. During sleep is when short-term memory is stored as long-term memory. So if you want to remember what you just learned, getting a good night's sleep is key. You'll feel more rested, alert, quick, and smart. Your immune system repairs itself while you sleep, makes antibodies, and increases virus-specific T helper cells and natural killer cells to strengthen your immunity and helps you fight viruses and increases immune memory. Sleep is essential for a strong immune system and overall health. The landmark nurses study in 2008, training for nurses on shift work and long work hours, showed that compared to those who got a good night's sleep, the nurses who got 4 hours sleep for one night had an average of 72% less natural killer cells. Lower functioning natural killer cells was also associated with a 1.6% higher risk of dying from all forms of cancer. We've known lack of sleep is associated with hypertension, increased risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, depression, and sexual dysfunction. But a recent study at UC Berkeley in 2022 using fMRI brain scans showed lower activation of empathy parts of the brain. And assessments of sleep-deprived participants affected social interactions and showed a decreased desire to help others, dropping charitable giving by 10% after the beginning of daylight savings time. Now, what's interesting is that this drop in charitable donations didn't drop in those living in areas that don't have daylight savings time. No doubt, when you don't get enough sleep, you feel tired, cranky, socially withdrawn, and you're harder to get along with. Maybe not you, but perhaps someone you know. It turns out that not getting enough sleep not only affects your well-being, but the well-being of those around you. One person sleep deprived and feeling depressed and lonely has been shown to affect those around them like spreading a virus. Loneliness is contagious. According to Matthew Walker, one of the co-authors of the study, an international bestseller, Why We Sleep, sleep, it turns out, is an incredible lubricant to pro-social, connected, empathetic, kind, and generous human behavior. Sleep may be a wonderful ingredient that enables alacrity of helping other human beings. In episode 4, on the profound interconnection between your spirit, mind, and body, I spoke about how everything is energy and has a frequency and a vibration. Emotions are energy, and we are affected by others' mood and energy, as well as others are affected by our state of mind and mood. We also spoke about using the grounding tool as a way to stay present in our own space and neutralize energy so that we aren't as affected by others or the world in general. On the flip side, when we get enough sleep, we feel more rested, have a brighter outlook, feel more resilient, generous, and connected. According to Ben Simon, co-author of the study, sleep is essential for all aspects of our physical, mental, and emotional lives. When sleep is undervalued in society, not only do we get sleep-deprived doctors, nurses, and students, but we also suffer from unkind and less empathetic interactions on a daily basis. She went on to say, it is time as a society to abandon the idea that sleep is unnecessary or a waste, and without feeling embarrassed, start getting the sleep we need. It's the best form of kindness we can offer ourselves as well as the people around us. I found after my accident that sleep was non-negotiable if I was going to heal and recover. There are times in our lives when we have the flu, COVID, an injury, post-surgery. We require a lot of sleep. And when we do sleep, we feel better and heal faster. But what about in our more normal life? How much do you prioritize sleep? Do you see it as an essential or a nuisance that you have to override to get things done? If nothing else, you get to stay up late streaming or reading online. Since sleep is a superpower that we tap into nightly, here are ways to ensure that you have a better night's sleep. First, create a sleep routine or sleep hygiene so you have a healthy way to wind down, allow the brain and sympathetic nervous system and adrenal glands, those fight or flight soldiers, to begin to quiet. Let your mind and body begin to relax. For your sleep routine, also known as sleep hygiene, explore ways to relax and unwind at least an hour before bedtime. Turn off all electronics 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. This gives your eyes and brain a rest and allows the pineal gland, that tiny little gland in your brain that makes melatonin, to shift from daylight to nighttime. If you douse the pineal gland with light before you want to shut down for the day, it confuses the brain and the pineal gland that regulates the sleep hormone melatonin. Go to bed at the same time nightly so you can find your circadian rhythm for your optimal sleep cycle. The circadian rhythm is the 24-hour sleep cycle that regulates sleep, but it's also connected to the other biological rhythms of the body, immune, digestive, and musculoskeletal systems, and affects mental health and diseases such as dementia. Getting a good night's sleep also helps weight loss. Make a to-do list before you go to bed so you don't carry those subconscious thoughts and worries to sleep. Do things to relax, such as take a warm bath, meditate, journal 3 things you're grateful for, do gentle stretching and deep breathing. Above all, let go of the stressors of the day so you can get a good night's sleep and let your body's brilliant repair system reset all while you sleep. I've added a meditation to release the stressors of the day and reset for restful sleep. To support sleep as a superpower, it's important to stay hydrated. The body is approximately 65% water, depending on your age and sex. It's less in women and more in children. Your weight and body mass composition of muscle and fat, your health condition, and your hydration. Multiple studies show approximately 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated. Now that's an issue since most of the body's organ systems are composed of water and depend on water to function. The brain is about 75% water, the blood 83%, the heart 79%, the muscles 75%, the liver 85%, the kidneys 83%, and the skin 64%. You get the picture. Dehydration not only makes you feel tired, foggy, and shriveled, it affects your brain, heart, muscles, liver, and kidneys. Dehydration affects your mood, outlook, cognitive ability, and your weight. The brain is dependent on 2 things, water and glucose, to function. It needs water as a cushion for the brain and spinal cord, and to create feel-good neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, acetylcholine that help your mood and energy levels. The heart is dependent on hydration for blood volume and the lungs to carry oxygen to all your tissues and cells, regulate body temperature, and deliver important nutrients. It's needed to form saliva and for digestion and elimination. Dehydration is associated with constipation. You probably have experienced this, perhaps. The lymphatic system, liver, and kidneys need hydration to remove toxins. Hydration lubricates joints, keeps you from feeling stiff and creaky, and the skin uses water to regulate your body temperature and can delay the aging process. According to the National Council on Aging, staying hydrated helps your brain and memory, lowers anxiety, and stabilizes your mood, and helps digestion. According to Dana Cohen, MD, and Gina Bria, co-authors of the Quench book, my favorite book on hydration, the unfiltered water most of us drink is blank water, and our bodies can't utilize it. It needs to be recharged with a few drops of lemon juice or added fruit or cucumber and a pinch, just a few grains of sea salt or pink salt that adds electrolytes to recharge the water so the cells can utilize it. It will make the water taste silky, not salty. She recommends drinking half your body weight in ounces or 1 ounce per inch of height. You can also eat your hydration in the forms of green leafy vegetables, organic chia seeds, and add juicy fruits and vegetables such as berries, watermelon, celery, and cucumber to your diet, which contains water, vitamins, and minerals. An easy way to incorporate more water is to drink 6 to 18 ounces upon waking, because we can dehydrate during the night. Drink a glass with each meal and 1 to 2 glasses between meals. Take a glass of water to bed with you and drink it if you wake up, and it's ready for you to drink when you wake up in the morning. When you begin to feel thirsty, you're dehydrated. The easy fix is drink water or eat hydrating foods. When you become dehydrated, you've lost enough water for your body to function normally, and you can have symptoms of fatigue, headache, dizziness, and at the extreme can lead to heat stroke or hyperthermia. Mild dehydration, even 2% loss of water, isn't good for us, especially as we age. It's associated with diabetes, Alzheimer's, dementia, neurocognitive degeneration, or decreased mental function and the ability to do tasks of daily living. Remember, the body is designed to be healthy. So too much water is not healthy either. It can cause electrolyte imbalance affecting your heart rhythm, and water overload makes it difficult for the heart to pump. Too much water can cause low sodium, affecting your brain, causing confusion and muscle weakness. So make sure that you check with your healthcare professional to ensure you have a personalized plan to get the right amount of hydration for you, your age, your body weight, health condition, the climate where you live, and your level of activity. Athletes, especially doing high-intensity exercise, need more hydration and electrolytes. How do you know when you've hit the sweet spot of just the right amount of hydration for you? You have more energy, mental clarity, improved mood, your heart is healthier, you feel better overall because your detox systems in your lungs, liver, and kidneys are working better. It's easier to lose or maintain your healthy weight, and you move easier. Your joints are lubricated, which takes us to the third component of the health trifecta, movement. Getting 20 to 30 minutes of daily movement, ideally in fresh air, helps the lymphatic system to clear toxins and the immune system to support antibody function, all while fighting infection. Regular movement and exercise helps your concentration, boosts your energy, improves your posture and flexibility, improves joint mobility, helps you lose weight, improves your mood and outlook, and helps you sleep. Movement is key to our health. Sitting is the new smoking was coined by James Levine, MD, an endocrinologist and director of the Mayo Clinic, Arizona State University Obesity Solutions Initiative, stating that people lose up to 2 hours of life for every hour they spend sitting. And that was before the pandemic. The process of burning food as fuel is called thermogenesis. Non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT, is high in construction workers and also includes taking a walk, snow shoveling, and dancing, for example. Low NEAT is linked to weight gain, diabetes, heart attack, and cancer. Dr. Levine came to his conclusion in 2018 when less than 20% of jobs required moderate activity, and that was before the pandemic. We're now 3 years into the pandemic. A recent article in Forbes, Remote Work is Here to Stay, states remote work opportunities were 4% before the pandemic, 9% by the end of 2020, to more than 15% in 2021. With more people working from home and sitting for prolonged periods on Zoom calls, we have to find ways to counter the destructive effects of sitting. Even if you exercise more than 2 to 3 hours a week, it will not undo sitting for 7 hours straight while you work. To combat this, do micro movements when you first get up from your chair or when you've been sitting for 30 to 60 minutes. You can also do these when you first wake up, even while you're lying in bed. Micro movements are small movements such as closing and opening your hand, rolling your wrist or shoulders backward and forward, bending or straightening your knees and hips, and gently moving your head forward and back and side to side. Just move it to tension, don't force it. Micro movements help move fluid, all that water you've been drinking, through the microtubules, those tiny tubes in the fascia around the muscles that help deliver fluid to your skin and joints. Doing this will reduce stiffness and increase flexibility. Top neurosurgeon Sanjay Gupta recommends for overall brain function and health, get up and move. Walk for 2 minutes every hour, and over a period of 3 years, it reduces your chance of dying by 33%. Moderate movement is one of the most reliable ways to release a Miracle-Gro-like substance, BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor. 30 minutes of moderate exercise is recommended daily, but you can do it in exercise snacks, 10-minute intervals. Think about how many times a day you sit and scroll or watch TV. Get up, move around for 10 minutes, take a break, walk. You might find that those 10 minutes turn into 20 or 30, and you feel more rested, refreshed, and get a better night's sleep. The key to implementing lifestyle health habits is to start with one, the simplest for you. Maybe it's incorporating better hydration, or getting those exercise snacks in, or going to bed 15 minutes earlier. In an earlier episode, we talked about it taking 60 days for a behavior to become a habit. You don't have to wait 60 days to implement the next lifestyle health habit. Just start with one health habit, and perhaps after a couple of weeks, you begin to notice you feel better. You can add the next habit, and if you like, you can do all three in small bites. Maybe start drinking 8 to 16 ounces of water upon waking, doing micro movements for 5 minutes, then going to sleep 15 minutes earlier. If you like to track your habits, smartwatches or just plain pen and paper help track your progress and stay motivated. Having an exercise buddy helps you stay motivated and socially connected. The key benefit of the trifecta of sleep, hydration, and movement is that you feel better, you have more energy to enjoy what is important and the things that you're passionate about. You have more resilience to bounce back if you backslide a bit or have a temporary setback. Remember from an earlier episode, setbacks aren't always setbacks, just an opportunity to reset. The more you incorporate these lifestyle health habits, the more you benefit, which keeps you inspired and motivated and helps to inspire others when they see how healthy you are. I hope today's episode has helped you have a better understanding of how the body's systems are interconnected and supported by your lifestyle health habits. I'd love to hear your big takeaway from today's episode. Send me a DM on Instagram with the word Trifecta. If you haven't already, go to healthconsciousinc.com, sign up for my newsletter, and get your lifestyle health habits checklist. Be sure to listen to the meditation on releasing stressors for a restful night's sleep.